Okay, so now in this section, we're going to be kind of setting the stage, right? We're going to be talking, as the slide indicates, we're going to be talking about kind of the acquisition preparation, right? This is probably the least sexy topic that we'll talk about over the next couple of days, but I think that it really sets the groundwork for all the steps that we're taking forward. One of the things that I really want to stress is that the acquisition phase, in my opinion, is the most important phase of the forensic process. Because if you don't collect the right data, or you don't collect it in a way that's usable, like the rest of the steps are kind of null and void, right? I mean, you don't actually have an investigation. So you need to be able to collect it in a way that is usable from for forensic purposes, like that you can actually analyze it. And you also need to make sure that you're collecting the data that you need to analyze, right? And this can be as part of the identification phase and just identifying evidence and things like that. And that's really what this is going to focus on. So the thing we're going to kind of talk about is kind of some of the steps to prepare for the acquisition process. We're going to talk about the benefits of information gathering, and I label that as information gathering rather than evidence collection or data collection or whatever else, because it's not necessarily just data off of the computer, right? It's talking to people and it's figuring out things related to that. We're also going to talk about doing kind of a response dry run, so kind of doing a kind of a walkthrough to familiarize yourself ahead of time rather than showing up on site and being like, I don't know what I'm doing. We're also going to talk about leveraging data beyond the target system, right? And this is something as we'll walk through is kind of important to kind of keep in mind, that the most valuable evidence may not reside on the hard drive. It may reside somewhere else.